when we're pushing really hard and when we're working out, we can stimulate the fight-flight response. A lot of you guys know what that is. For you guys that don't, it's basically when our nervous system gets really, really stressed and our body is pumping adrenaline. We are basically in a state of fear, even though we're just exercising, but because we're pushing our body to that limit. And when our body is in that state, when it gets used to being in that state, which a lot of people's bodies are, naturally the body feels constantly the need to protect. There's a constant need, a constant feeling of danger, a constant feeling of being under stress, being under attack. Now, this may be really pronounced for some people, while for some people it can be more subtle, but it's still happening. And that's why people have a hard time to be able to relax and to be calm, because our body's so agitated, our body's fight-flight response is on. And so therefore, when we're exercising, we're doing something really good for our body and for our mind, but we are training so hard that we are getting our bodies to respond in that way. Now we create the negative outcome. So our body's getting stronger and healthier and all those things that come with exercise, but at the same time, we're creating more stress for the body. And again, this stress is not the type of stress to where you're so sore and you're totally aching and your cortisol levels are coming up. This is actually just during exercising, while your body is in such stressful state that you can feel that fear. It's almost like your body feels like it's going to die, like it's in tremendous danger. A lot of times for people that lift heavy, you feel that feeling when you're under a lot of weight. It's like this life and death situation to get the weight up. But even when you're just doing regular exercises, to push your body to that limit is going to create that response. So therefore, this is what you do. When you're exercising, focus on only going to about 70% of your max effort. So 100% of your max effort basically means you're going to failure. It basically means you're giving everything you got and you can't do any more. And you don't want to do that, because when you do that, you stimulate that sympathetic nervous system, or that fight or flight response. But when you push to about 70%, you're able to challenge your body, while at the same time you can still remain in a mental calmness and not push it to that limit. And by doing that, now you get the benefits of exercising, while at the same time you can condition your body to practice on staying more relaxed. Now, a question somebody may ask is like, what does 70% feel like? Well, that's part of the practice, is knowing how that 70% effort feels like in your body. How does it feel like in your cardiovascular? How does your breathing feel like when you're pushing at 70%? How does your strength and your fatigue feel like? You start to practice this with the intention of aiming for it, and over time you start to feel how there's a certain time to where you can sense that it's coming. And at that time, you don't push any further. You give yourself a rest, and then once you recover, then you push again. Once you get to about 70, you rest again. And if you're training with weights, then you're using a certain amount of weight, and at that point you realize this weight is getting me to that 70%, and I'm not going to put any more. It's not that I can't do it, it's that I choose not to do it. Because we recognize the ripple of what happens when we put our body in that stressful state.